Hey guys, Chris here, and I want to talk about semen retention again. I did a previous video on it after 6 months, and having done that, and I'm sort of on this process now doing another 6 months, just that 6 months again. And I wanted to speak really highly of it in terms of how it allows you to get to where you want to be a lot quicker in terms of your life. The longer you go on this journey, the more it allows you to figure things out. So it's kind of like with all of this life force energy inside you, I really feel that it wants you to optimize yourself to the absolute maximum, whether that's in terms of your physical health, spiritually, mentally, in terms of financially, and creating that life that you want to live. And it'll make things easier. And these things like the bad habits, the addictions to other substances, I mean, semen retention does not want that. There's a common thing people say with alcohol. Most people do generally come off alcohol, but when people start talking about things like caffeine or weed or these sort of things, like all of this stuff starts to gradually drop off as well, because like in terms of maybe weed, you would feel more connected to something more powerful and getting some sort of spiritual connection, feel a lot more relaxed. And then for caffeine, you naturally have a lot more energy. For me, I would say that caffeine has been a very difficult one. But then again, the clever thing with what semen retention does is it allows you to really see in your life, why you're using it, what you're getting your natural high from, and then maybe more aware of the negative side effects. So if you imagine on this journey, the longer you go, you go for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, it makes it easier to figure out what are the things that are holding you back. Whereas when you just wake up with not much energy and you're releasing all the time, you don't really have time to reflect and see where it's all going. But with semen retention, you don't really have any excuses anymore. You know that you've got this amazing life force energy inside. And I think the problems that most guys will face, as with myself, and I'm still working through, is just where you're giving that energy away. Like you could be, I did a last video on watching YouTube videos. You could just be watching lots of YouTube and releasing dopamine there, and not really challenging yourself, maybe not going to the gym and all these other things, because in a way, like semen retention does give you more energy. So it may feel like you don't need to do these things as much. But remember, you want to become the best version of yourself. And I think that's what brings up a lot for people as well, as with myself, of do I feel worthy? Do I feel worthy of having this amazing energy inside me to create things? I think that's the big benefit of it, or the big thing to learn, is that your creator, more so as a guy, or as a guy in particular, you can create anything, and with that energy, you can do, and it makes you more aware of the food. It's like the energy, it wants you to fully optimize yourself to be the best version of yourself. So that's why semen retention, I think, is so important, and what it is really doing. You can create life, but you can also create anything. You can create, like it was just the other day, I was just writing down in my journal all these sort of things, or pretty much on this, it was semen retention optimization, like 40 things which I felt can fully allow you to optimize yourself. And then I realized, like, wow, I could potentially have a product here, So I created something rather than just wasting that time. If you're just, it depends on what the benefits are. You want to list down what it is that you want to achieve, what you want to create, because if you're just on this, you will feel good, but you also won't feel good if you're not creating as well. So that's where you don't fully transmute the energy, and then people have a lot of urges and they struggle. So wanted to share that on the video, just transmuting the energy, fully optimizing yourself, your diet, your fitness, all these different things, working through the traumas, and all of this sort of stuff is the amazing benefits of it. And the longer you go, the more you'll learn, and it will be easier to get the most. Everything becomes easier because it becomes so much more obvious. And it's like kind of saying, do you want to hold on to this and have less energy, or do you want to let go of it? And then when you let go of it, you still have this semen retention base, which I sort of feel is like a base of feel good and taking action, and it makes it easier than if you're releasing all the time. So I want to share that today, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.